In this video, we are going to learn how to fold a squash book. So the directions are actually relatively simple. They're just a little confusing if you're not actually watching someone do it. So to start, you need at least 3 pieces of perfectly square paper. So if you have some of these scrapbooks, they're exactly 12 by 12 inches square. If not, you can cut it to whatever size paper you have. You have paper that's usually 8.5 by 11. Just cut to 8 by 8 if you want. So it's perfectly exactly square. Just the 2 dimensions on both sides need to be exact same. So they're square. So you need at least 3 pieces, and then we're going to start by folding the bottom to the top. Then we're going to change it, unfold it, and fold side to side. So now you have 2 creases that look like a plus sign. Then we're going to flip the paper over so it looks like a mountain, and you're going to fold corner to corner so it ends up looking like a little triangle or potato chip. And then you unfold and the center pops out and you have your first squashed paper. So let's go through that process together so you can do it with me. So we fold bottom to top first. And you want those edges to match up as perfectly as you possibly can. Give it a good crease. I like to go back over and really use my fingernail to give it a good crease. And then you open it back up, leaving it open. Turn your paper, and you're going to do the other side to side. So again, match your corners up perfectly. Give it a good crease with your fingernail, and then open her back up. So now, if you look at this, it kind of looks like a bowl or a valley. What you're going to do is flip your paper over. So now it looks like a mountain or a table tent, or it's, however you want to describe it. And from here, you're going to take one corner, fold it to another corner. So across in a diagonal. And again, give it a good crease. Make sure those corners are matched up as perfectly as you possibly can. I actually messed my crease up because my paper moved, so I'm going to fix it. So you want those corners to be as perfect as possible. Give it a nice, good crease. Okay, and then when you open, this is what I mean when I say it's going to pop. Just that center is going to pop. Right, so now that center has been inverted, and now you have a perfectly squished piece of paper. Okay, and then what I would do is go back over and really lay into those creases so they're nice and tight. And now you're going to do that 2 more times. See? So you end up with a squashed piece of paper. 2 more times for your book. Okay, so you have your 3 pages lined up facing you, open towards the top. Then, in order to glue them on the correct sides, you're going to take the center one, you're going to rotate it until it sits like that. And then you're going to glue this side to this side and this side to this side, right? So that way they kind of like diamond shape. And then once you glue them all together, you'll unfold them into an accordion. Okay, so now that you have all 3 pages glued together, you should have an accordion that looks like this, right? And then when you fold it back up, there it is. There's your accordion. Okay, so now our last step is to glue our 2 covers to this, and then add some ribbon so you can close it and tie it together. Next step is to put our book together. Okay, so what I've got here is the 2 covers that have been glued and dried, the pages that I just folded and glued together. I've also cut myself 2 10-inch pieces of ribbon to be able to hold and tie to close the book. And then so now you have your 2 covers with your ribbons. Now it's time to glue our book in. Okay, so we're going to put glue on one side. Again, be generous, and then you're going to go right over the top of that paper. Make sure it's centered on your cover. Give it a good push down. Now, if your book has an up or a down, make sure you know which side it goes on. Okay, so that is like that. My next one, I'm going to glue the page again. Then I'm going to glue the cover. Be real generous with that glue stick. And then I'm going to center my pages. Make sure you don't get your ribbons in there by accident. Give it a good rub. And then you've got your squash book. There you go. And then if I wanted to close these, that's where the ribbons come in. I can tie them together to keep my book nice and closed. And then the ribbon just also adds a cute feature, a cute little detail on the outside of your book. Now too, you could make a really long ribbon and like wrap it around and then tie it. It's up to you. It's however you want to close it.